Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to try to go for a karmic reading, which I really do not like. It's the second one like in my channel. I had like one that was two parts. You can still go back to it, if needed. Don't give this karmic your energies. Their blessing comes straight from you, and that's the best way that I can put it. It's like you bless your karmics by giving them the importance that you do. Without you, they're literally nothing, and I think the moment you start to understand this concept, your DM will not be able to trigger you with them anymore. So that's that. Let's start. I want to see. I got one card. It is worth it. New love. I can tell you something already. Twin flame. Okay. Pleasure. This here is going to clear itself out, but there are a couple of things that I'm already channeling, but you've seen it for yourselves. Nothing has gone wrong. Divine animal. This here is strength, and I'll explain it to you. Insight. You are the universe. People, I'll tell you a couple of things that I'm channeling as I get confirmations, but I can tell you this card here and this twin flame card here, I can tell you, us and the karmics, are linked. And the reason why I want to exclude myself is because I don't care for karmics, I see them as like demonic entities that are after me. I'm not going to feed them, Check this You Are the Universe card out. You're everything to your karmic, even if you don't know her, or better said, she doesn't know you. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tongue-tied, these karmics. Stop giving them your energy, period. Excuse me. So you see this card, nothing has gone wrong. I'm telling you, with this twin flame card, this is for you. This is straight up for you. And you see this idea of like new love. This here, I'm not seeing it as like it is worth it, but more like a question. Why is that? Is because at the end of the day, this karmic is trying to find her own match too. You can see it here. Instead of living this life where she's not happy. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather. But it's time for these karmic readings. Divine animal, I'm seeing it as like the strength that this girl or guy is going to have is either the karmic or your DM to just leave this thing alone. And insight is the same like concept as those things here. Is like I can tell you the DM and the karmic are trying to find their own happiness. I can see it here, but let's go on. This here, okay, we're going to have to push this reading because this here is throwing me off as a reader to begin with. And these cards, to me, they're the ones I started reading tarot with. They're old, and I don't use them first for no reason. I can tell you something. If you are a DF and you find yourself checking on like twin flame energies, you know, when it comes to your DM and to the karmic, I can tell you, if you find yourself in the right mindset, people, like, you know what, I deserve this union, I'm ready for this union, check this victory out. And it's been there in my last reading too. You see this Wheel of Fortune, and this here to me in this deck is like an element of trust, like it's literally spirit telling me just trust in the process and go on about it. But I'll tell you, for this reading here, this karmic reading, to turn yet again in your favors, DFs, divine feminines, you gotta check your state of mind. If it's twisted in any shape or form concerning this karmics here, this here is going to be locked for a little bit longer. Let's go on. And this meaning your union, because I can tell you you're like an intruder to this karmic reading. From the get-go, you know, with this card here, you are the universe, twin flame, and the Four of Wands. Let's go on. It's like, do you know how it feels? It's like the karmic is no longer part of the equation because she's off, you know, trying to find her own twin flame and her own happiness, you know. I got one card. I can tell you something that has been or has happened if your DM was in a karmic relationship. These people really thought, you know, they could rebuild their or reboot their own thing, more like rebuild, you know, because this here, it includes something that, you know, don't know how to explain this. Rebooting is like raising it to the ground. This here, it includes elements from things that have happened before. It's like to continue with something. I can tell you something, for some of these karmics, they have discovered, you know, your DM deceptive ways, and they thought, you know, let me just go on with this thing, let me try and figure this thing out like one more time, or let's give it a try one more time, because back then, you know, it was worth it to them. And I can tell you something, with these 2 5s here, the karmic and your DM, I believe included, this thing didn't work out, you know. It left them with nothing but regret and mental conflict, you know. It's because they were trying to rebuild of a lie, you know. And I can tell you something, when I see this Four of Wands here, that I know has nothing to do with the DF and the karmic, you know. It's a little bit somebody believed. You see the Seven of Swords here? Either your DM or the karmic really believed, you know, that this was a relationship sent from above. And to be honest with you, I think that it's always like the DM. You're in competition with like one main karmic most of the time, like your DM's true love interest, or the woman that he cannot get over. And then there may be, or mostly there are other women, you know, but there's this one woman, and I can tell you, for him to risk everything over this woman or the main karmic, it's because, you know, I believe it's because they believe that these karmics, you know, are their mates, you know, soulmates, some more. Hope that all of this makes sense to you. Yeah, I can tell you something here. You see this Ace of Swords to the Seven of Swords. This karmic woman here, the reason why she's disappointed when she gave this chance here, knowing she found something out, she decided it was okay to keep going about this. I can tell you it was about this intimacy. I can tell you the karmic's final cut may have been that they figured that DM was actually cheating on them, gave it another chance, and now they're discovering like the full spectrum of this cheating thing. It's either he did it like one more time, or the karmic started like being suspicious and she discovered some more, you know. I can tell you the issue that they have around this thing is trust, people. And she's left, like, which is why she gave it another try. I can tell you the karmic really cared for this DMs that I'm channeling here. They love this person, you know. They didn't mind building on this house of cards, you know, for the longest time. But some kind of a secret or some truth, you know, came out about like your DM's dirty secrets when it comes to his intimacy, and now this woman end up hurt, you know. But it's not the Three of Swords. This here is more like, let's check for the Nine of Swords, but this here is more like a blow to her ego, you know, is what I can see here. So you can hear like one scenario, and if it takes the time, you know, to show up, and you are the universe here, like literally the universe mentioning this thing, is because it's worth like exploring, you know, for some of you. The truth being revealed within this like this karmic relationship, and also due to the fact that it is not a union or like a twin flame relationship. Because mind you, these cards here, the energies, I can feel them however I want to, reversed or upright. She cared for your DM, but the trust is shattered over like his secrets when it comes to his intimacy, and now she's hurt, you know. Some more. Oh, I got cards. Let me take this one here. Yeah, she's trying to free herself from the whole thing. And I'm sorry, because like lately I tend to feel the moon with like to associate it with depression, because it's been coming out like a lot. Check this out. The secret is out, you know. When it comes to the karmic, your karmic saw some truth about your DM. Yeah. Okay, I need one more card. I got two in my hands. Yes, people, I can tell you something. I can feel it, you know. This here, I did not expect it. I expected, you know, the whole shenanigans. That's what I expected from this, but it is not what it is. So I cannot, you know, I have to say what the card tell me. This karmic here has made up their minds, you know, when it comes to your DM. They're done with them. Now they want to be like by themselves and away from your DM, finding their independence, so that now they can experience like the joy out of life, instead of living like a lie, a union of lie, you know. Anyways, I can tell you, for some of you, this thing here, it had to do with money, people. And if not, let me tell you the other case. This woman here gave so that I can sense, for some of you, they gave so much, you know, to your DM. And check this Tower moment when it comes to like karmic energies to her. Then this here is the women on the side, and I hope that, you know, if you're a divine feminine, you're not even part of this mess and this mix here. You're like, oh no, that has nothing to do with me, you know, I've been doing my thing. Oh no, I'm too busy, you know, I don't know, being a vegan, a new vegan lately. I don't have time for him. Something, please do not be a part of this here. Let this relationship implode without you having anything to do with it. Your DM is going to come even faster back to your union. but you can see it for yourself. And if that's not the case, these pentacles here represent like chances after chances, rebuilding, you know, with your person. And something happened yet again, a tower moment concerning karmics. You can see the cards for yourself. And this karmic here, she's not playing with him anymore. She's done, and she's made the decision already. So let's check this here. I can tell you this here, it makes sense. The secret is out, but I can feel another type of energy. She was also in the darkness. It's like I told you, like in the karmic reading that I've done, your karmic is not your friend, but she's not your enemy either. She is just playing her role. And at the end of the day, you know, you are assigned like two different you know, sides of a spectrum. If you do the right thing, you know, and don't wish that on anybody, but she'll be assigned, you know, the, what you call it, like energy that's hers, that's none of your concerns, that's between the universe and her. And then you are assigned the energy that is yours, you know, which is a positive energy. In other terms, the happier you get, you know, the crazier it gets for her. But let's not worry about her crazy. This here is what she wants, you know, which is why she's freeing herself, you know, sorry, from your DM. Let's not worry about what's coming for her. Like, let's worry about how this here is like linked to your situation. All I can tell you is that as to right now in her or his life, the karmic is done with this kind of like dark veil over this relationship. And I'll tell you why that is. You know, there are two cards that I want to see, the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Wands. Yeah, when it comes to this karmic here, because I can tell you this veil here is the fact that she could feel these things here, which is why, you know, she's like mad at herself, is what I can see here more than anything else. Because I'll tell you why. This Nine of Wands here was like in reverse at the end of it. She's not even triggered by your DM anymore. That's how I see this card. She used to love him, but at the end of it all, she doesn't trust him anymore. And I can tell you she's grown off of this relationship too. But this guy here, he doesn't trigger her anymore. It's literally like that was her last drop, people. You see this? The last drop. When it comes to this karmic energies here. This here. Let's go on. Yeah, the same regret here. This woman believed in this thing and she invested, you know, in this relationship. And it's funny that I don't even care for the karmic, you know, but I can sense her energy here despite this guy here. That's who he was to her. But if you pay attention, except, yeah, this one here. But this here is for you. I know it. I'm sorry, you know, I'm a little bit off track as a reader, but please bear with me. She believed in this thing. She really thought, you know, this guy here was like going to be the man forever for her, and she's like this enchanted, you say in English. That's what it is like here. You see this like Seven of Pentacles. This time around, in the past, I can tell you she tried to rebuild this thing, but she knew or found out that it was all a lie. This time here is more like, you know, I tried to rebuild, but at the end of it all, let me, you know, invest my energy somewhere else. I can feel it here, you know, because this is not it. I wasted my time some more. This here. One more card. What's going on? This here, it turned into something else, and now I can feel your DM's energies, you know. It's literally like she's done, you know. So past this stage here, the karmic is no longer your concern, you know. I will ask 2 questions, just bear with me. I'm sorry. I can tell you these things here happening. Your DM, I know it, you know. He didn't want this thing to end. Somehow he was attached to his karmic too. I can feel it, people. You don't have to believe me. But the moment these like issues that I can feel here started happening, or that this girl here, I have to see the 10 of Swords, you know, to be like they're done. But it doesn't even matter, because even if she, or the 9 of Swords at least, if she's not done, she's on her way, people. Check it here. It's literally like she's on her way, but this is something else. She's on her way. Whether she's still juggling the thought or not, this girl is on her way. I can see it here. If that's not the case, these things happening, you know, is the reason why your DM wants to talk to you now, you know. If that's the case, people, or you dealing with like a relationship like this, and it's really funny I'm saying that I can skip here to the stuff that it's next, you know. If this guy reaches out in this configuration here, or this scenario here, please don't give your love to this person. Please pay attention to the signs or the things that I'm telling you before you decide to give this cup of love. Here's a little bit like hold it a little bit longer, and I'll tell you why. It's because this here is no way to come back to somebody. Either he just finished, or either it's because the karmic figured it out, you know. If he comes to you like right now, you're going to go on another twin flame disaster or another loop, you know, literally. Because this type of intentions here, after the stuff that I've been telling you, is not it, you know. And I can tell you why. This karmic figured out the truth. Now is your turn to figure this truth out about your person. He's got to tell you the truth. And don't be like the karmic, like living a lie and having to discover it. Make sure before he comes back in your life that he tells you this the type of story that I just told you. You know, she figured out I was a cheater, or she figured out, you know, I've been cheating on her for like 5 years or something. Because what this karmic has discovered here, let me tell you, it was enough for her to just be like, I'm done. I know it, you know. Another thing, and it's funny because it's a little bit like a contradiction, even though he's like motives, I really excuse me, people, it's what it is, my throat hurts, you know. Even if I really question his motives, you know, because I'll tell you why. It's because at the end of the day, he should have left the karmic a long time ago. At the end of it all, he should not have allowed the karmic to come between you guys, to have like a whole demo with somebody else while you were there, maybe witnessing it, you know, seeing it from afar, maybe spying on him and figuring it out, you know. These kind of things, they really hurt deep, you know. And if you are like a psychic, then you felt much more than, you know, just whatever. It was much more than I'm sorry, than something that you could see with your own eyes, you know. You could literally hear them like pillow talk, and much more than that, laugh together. You'd know when they were on vacation together. These kind of thoughts, you know, I'll be honest with you, like amongst others, they're the reason why I don't fuck with my DM, you know. I don't, because of that. I can tell you is also like here, I can see it, a part of him, you know, is no longer running away from you. What I can see here is somebody, you know, because this card here is always like the smoke clearing. Not just that, you know, because these are swords, is also like the path clearing. Now it's like he's free to not run away from you anymore, you know. I don't like these people, because in this demo here you still like his second option. The karmic should have never been a question. And check this out, I'm not here to advocate in any situation. If this is my energy, if you're resonating with it, please take it, you know. If he was like somebody you could actually count on, like this emperor here, he would have put an end to this. There wouldn't have been a main karmic. And above all, to me, like, you know, he wouldn't have, if he was real, he would have left you because he would have loved this one woman that was worth, you know, being with. That's not the case for him. He's got like other demos too. So at the end of it all, he's like playing everybody. Make sure that you see the truth in this person, and make sure that he opens up his mouth to explain everything to you on your way. Please don't forget that. And when this guy reaches out, which I can see here with this Ace of Pentacles and this like Eight of Wands, with this card, like he's still juggling the idea a little bit, but I can tell you he's free to literally chase you now if he wanted to. Pay attention to the sign, people, because there's no such thing as a Queen of Cups, you know, in reverse, to be honest with you. If you're one, you're always going to feel, always going to be intuitive, even if you're like furious or hysterical or mad, you know. This is not it. It's more like pay attention to the signs. The love will be there in some form, whatever it is, you know, but don't grant it before you get the whole picture. Otherwise, you are going to be the karmic. You're going to be treated just like her. You see that, people? It jumped on my lap, the High Priestess. Like, you know what? Don't care about the feelings. Figure out what you can know about this guy here. It's a little bit like, if you want to build something with me, tell me who you really are. And, you know, I do curse, but not necessarily in public, you know. Just cut the bullshit and tell me who you are. And what I'm seeing here again is like all these aces coming up, you know. Let's check for the Ace of Wands. But the swords, it's already like made itself known, like, you know what, I'm not coming up right. You don't know the truth, and you have to figure out the truth about this guy that you want in your life, you know. So I got questions. How does the karmic feel about your DM? You see that? This is her. In my reading, like the Pentacles is like, especially the Queen of Pentacles is the person that I'm speaking to about, and her presence would be known before we begin the reading. The karmic is done with your DM. Didn't I tell you about this like 10 of Swords? She's done. She's done. She's healing herself. She's done. She's no longer triggered by him. She's done. She's on her way, you know. What does our DM feel about the karmic? I can tell you it's literally like we're 2 steps too late here. Because these things, they've already happened, people. And if not, they are happening like right now. But I can tell you this karmic thing is a thing of the past. Because of other karmics, is like she did not appreciate all these women, you know, in her DM's life. Because at the end of the day, this is the Queen of Pentacles, is no, you know, Queen of Wands in reverse or anything like that. And I know it from the 10 of Pentacles in reverse we had too. She invested in this thing. You know, you want to hate the karmic and things like this, but I'm seeing somewhat of a decent woman here. She wouldn't cheat on him. And I can tell you something, if you know anything, I can see this woman's been about her business, you know, literally. Yeah. So what does our DM feel about the karmic? I need one more line, but I can tell you something, you know, this is weird. I need to clarify him. This is it, you know, this is the reading, I can tell you that. Yes, this is what I see. It's also like a sense of new love, you know, though usually I don't read this card like this, but because of the Fool card, I have to believe it, you know. Check this out, people. He's done with her. That's what I can see here, you know. And this new love type of thing, check this out, you know, the Four of Wands and the Lovers. It's like a little bit twisted, this reading. I'll tell you why. It's because at the end of it, you know, they feel the same thing. He's fed up with her and she's fed up with him. He doesn't want this thing anymore, because at the end of it, he doesn't see like anything concrete or to hold on to in this, and he doesn't see love in this. At the end of it all, he also wants his new love, you know. And I'll tell you what it is. He wants this passion here. One last card. The karmic is here. Let's see if a feminine figure comes, and if not, let's just, you know, welcome the card. But you heard it for yourself, you know. I think that your DM wants something new. And quite frankly, I think that he's already on his way to something new. This thing here is a done deal. I can see it here, you know. What he's worried about is this new love that he wants for himself. You know, this literally new love, like where you feel like all, you get butterflies, you really want the person, all of these things is what he wants. He wants something real, you know, for himself, you know. A brand new start. A brand new start. Let's wrap up this reading. One more card. Ooh, did you see this, people? This guy is heartbroken over the fact that he has made, let me show you, people, the wrong decision. I know it's here, this, yeah, Ace of Swords in reversed. This main karmic was not his divine feminine. You see that here? This main karmic was not his divine feminine. Your DM broke his own heart over this wrong decision here. One last card, and this is it. You see this for yourself, people. I need one more. Now he wants to talk, you know. Oh, I don't like this, but I will tell you why. You remember my combination from last time? Where's the King of Wands? Because this time around, like, all the kings are out. And okay, you need to give me a second, people. I'm sorry, you know, I had to check something, because if for those who follow, you'd know about this King of Pentacles who does not want to show up. You know, I have not seen him. So I told you about the fact that he's made, you know, literally the wrong decision. And I believe, yeah, these cards came afterwards, you know, I think. Yeah. You see, this is like, I don't remember, but it is what it is, and I'll tell you. Yeah, he doesn't know what to do, you know, about this thing, like how to conquer you again. But I'll tell you, it's literally like all he knows, he's trapped in the past with you, you know, a past that you had together. like daydreaming of you. This here is not even the energy of regrets. It's like, you know, all of the good things that we had together. I can see it here, you know, and definitely regretting his decision, which is why he doesn't really know what to do at this point. But this here is literally like spirit telling me pay attention to the signs. We're still waiting for this King of Pentacles, which is like the craziest part, you know. But I can tell you, even if I feel like, you know, sometimes should be like in between him letting go of the karmic to him coming back to you, figure out the truth about that. If he left the karmic like 2 days ago, please do not take him back in your life, you know. And if you hold on a little bit, this is the kind of man that you're going to have in front of you. And I swear to you, you don't have to believe me, this is how I shuffle my cards, but at like a greater speed. Before and while I also give it to you, they have no reason to come upright and so close to each other like yet again, unless it's the truth, people. This is insane. Because even in the karmic reading, I can see that your DM, you know, what I should pay attention to, and even yourself, you know, as I can tell you, it is actually manifesting. Your DM is like ready for you. It's like nothing has gone wrong, you know, at the end of it all. The karmic and your DM found the strength, you know, to go about, you know, their own business, their own lives, you know, to focus, you know, on themselves for a second here. He did it and she did it too. And at the end of it all, this woman was never you, which is why, you know, he's heartbroken, and in the energy, and the karmic ended up heartbroken too. And the reason why you were heartbroken for a moment, you know, is because of this wrong choice, you know, but that doesn't mean he has forgotten you. So, one last card. Time. This here. Spirit, I'm confused. This here is a little bit like this King of Pentacles is messing with me, you know, personally, but I got something for him. I'll tell you something, it is time. It's going to appear, you're going to see it, you know. I need some more cards, but I can tell you, when it comes to you, this guy making the effort and whatsoever is because, you know, he needs to soften you a little bit, you know. And I'll tell you why. It's because he's not stupid. He knows that, you know, a future with you, the way that like some DFs, you know, are seeing it for the moment. I'm telling you, the real reason why you're ready to let go of this twin flame thing is because so much's been done that now you've come to the realization that there was no future possible between you guys. It's like it's so much, even if he was to manifest as the King of Pentacles, you know, even if he came back, it was so much that this connection is broken. I can tell you that, you know. See this Empress in reverse, like, you know, I'm not for that. And this card here is like a defensive card, like where you stand your ground. This here is somebody telling me, well, I don't care if the karmic doesn't want him anymore, but yet again, I don't want him myself. So, you know, I don't care. He can go and find back to all of these like third parties, and yeah, I can't even see it, you know, but it is what it is. I can feel like repulsive energies around this guy here. Everybody rejecting him, you know, left and right here. And I can tell you something, if you're a little bit more advanced, it's because you are rejecting him that the karmic is rejecting him too. Just understand that, you know. Some more. This karmic, maybe she is, wanted to say this reading is good. So this slip, this karmic is good. I can see it here. She's on her way. And I can tell you something, this time around there was no fussing and fighting. And if you check yourself this time around with you, there's no fussing and no fighting. It's like we're done. That's how she feels too. Base chakra, yeah, starting something new, some more. And this here, to me, this card here is like relocating, changing countries, something like that, or at least cities, but like going away from something that you've once known, starting new, starting fresh is what's happening. Lights, you see that, people? Let me go for one more card, because this light card, it feels, oh, people, I want to say something. At this point here, it's like the blessing is for everybody in this mix, and you included, meaning the karmic gets to find her own path, happiness. You get to have your own blessing, and your DM gets to have his blessing too. And check the star card here. And I like when this truth card comes, because it's like an ace of swords to me. It's like, confirmation that what I'm channeling is like very close to the truth. But I can tell you this new beginning here is going to be a blessing for all parties involved, your DM included, because you ladies are fine. You are fine. The karmic's fine too. She doesn't need him anymore. Some more. Heartache and loss. And I need one more. Yes, people, yes. Oh, I'm sorry, I moved these cards, to find out if the King of Pentacles was here. You see this heartache attached to the fact that he confused you two, And I can tell you, for the longest time, he was sure that this woman, this main karmic, was like his match, You see this, like not the real divine or feminine, or like a false twin. Check this out, people. This heartache and loss that he's feeling is because of this spiritual union with you at the end of the day, and the fact that he did not recognize you for who you are. One more. I got this here. Prosperity begins. And if you remember my last reading and this like infamous, King of Pentacles that we are awaiting, I can tell you something, people. Something's going to happen, because the cards lately, I'm not doing all of these readings for no reason. It's because the energy is flowing. And if I can feel it flowing, other people can feel it flowing too. It's like there's a new beginning in the air, people, period. And if you heard something, please let me know. But this is what I can channel here. Channeling, people, yeah. Some more. Soul name. Do you remember the gate that I was talking about, people? It's like it's happening. The karmic's no longer an issue. I got one more card, Soulcraft, and the last one, Nourish. Yeah, I can tell you. You see this? The karmic was just like, don't know how to explain this, but if you see these cards, maybe it would make sense to you. It's again that idea of her just being an agent, like teaching you the stuff that you had to learn, just to like rise you up, what you call it, like spiritually and in all other departments, quite frankly, because she made you deal with your image, the karmic. She made you deal with like your mind, your feelings, your divinity. She was really this type of like nourishing energy to you, whether you want to see it or not, And if you are like, or have advanced, when it comes to this soul craft that I'm seeing here, you're going to see, you know, how instrumental this karmic was to like who you've become and what you're walking towards, you know, if it makes sense to you. One last card. There'll be a part 2 to this reading, people. I'll do it for you guys. It'll be like per element. I'm going to tell you how to like get closer to your union, or how to you know neutralize these karmic energies here per element. You know, if I still have some in me because of my throat, I'll do it right now. One last card. Inner voice. Yeah, I'll do it. There is only light. I can tell you something, people, because this here, I'm sorry, I don't want. Okay, I'm sorry, people. These karmics here, they're trying to interfere with the fact that, you know, I want my reading to be clear with the sound and the picture. You know, I can tell you something. You know, the stuff that I'm telling you, if you pay attention to yourself, you would know that either you've heard it from somebody else or you felt those things within you. When I see there's only light, it takes me back to this card here where nothing has gone wrong. I can tell you, people, everything is going according to divine plan. If she served some kind of function, I don't see it here, I don't feel it here, you know. I don't even feel like mental conflict except, you know, in the karmic's mind as to, you know, I regret giving this relationship like one more chance, knowing that he was a liar all along. But I can tell you there's a lie that was like too much for your karmic to handle. She gave it her all. She believed in this thing, but I feel like now everybody's ready for new love, for something new, for some kind of a new blessing in their lives, you know. You're ready for it, your DM's ready for it, the karmic's ready for it herself too, so you know, I don't know what else to tell you. Some more. Sadness. Yeah, we keep seeing this. Here's your DM, people, because I can tell you the karmic is good, you know. She's not even triggered by this thing anymore. There was another 3 of Swords. Yeah, here it is. That's what you get, DM, for playing this type of games here. He's not sad over losing her. He's sad over losing you. Pay attention to the signs. Yet again, it keeps coming back in all of my readings, you know. And I'm a very like intuitive, free-flowing type of reader. So this like spirit catching my eyes to something. Phoenix rising. I'm telling you, a new beginning for everybody involved, you know. Everybody's going to rise in some way. Bless the karmic. Give her this light here too, like, you know, get the hell out of my business. Clap for her, you know, snap your finger twice for her, like, girl, I'm so happy for you, you finally made it, you know, something. Be happy for her is all I can say, because, you know, it'll bless you. Be happy for yourself, because I can see this light here. And I've seen it like a lot lately. Yeah, that's how he feels, like, you know, I'm telling you, lately he knows how beautiful, or maybe remembers how beautiful you are. You're his muse, which is why, you know, he's getting his act together in all of these kings, you know. And what I can see here is literally like you're rising, the karmic is rising, but he's like a little bit left behind because of this sadness here. Like, you know what, I wish I had never let you go, is what I see here. Why did I let her go? Is what I can see here. Soulmate, yeah. Everybody is worried about finding their soulmate in the mix. They own, you know, twin flame, even the karmic people, and your DM too. It's here somewhere, you know, if you remember, it was a card from the beginning. And check this guy out, like holding on to this woman here at her waist here, and like behind her here, like a shadow over her, like, you know, I can't let you go, is what I can see here, people. So, you know, I'll come back for part 2 with the different elements attached to this reading here and your karmic, so I can go on a little bit more about this reading. I need one more card from this. Rejection. Yeah, people, it's his decision. His decision to reject you is what's killing him, messing with him, you know, causing the sadness, heartbreak, and loss, and all of these things. I keep telling you, you know, at the end of it all, you didn't lose anything. Your DM lost you. Period. It's time to take action. Yeah, I can sense it here. Everybody's taking action. Everybody's like, you know what, this situation here is not for me anymore. Peace, I'm out, you know, I'm good by myself, is what I can see here. Don't let pride get in your way. What do you need to release? You know, one last card. Be bold and make the first move. Yeah, that's what everybody has asked themselves lately, you know. It's like, what do you need to release? The karmic's releasing your DM. Your DM has, you know, some issues releasing the karmic, but I can tell you it's because some of you, this woman like gave some kind of stability to this guy. I'm not saying he didn't have anything, but I can, you know, sense here a woman who's got even more than him, or who can bring him something. So this is why he's like, if he did, he was a little bit like holding on to her. And I can tell you something, you've released your DM altogether, which is why all of these things is happening, is what I see here. When it's time to take action, is like things are moving, you know. Believe me, with this like Ace of Pentacles here. And don't let pride get in your way, and be bold and make the first move. This is what he's dealing with here. Like, you know, he knows he's going to have to take action when it comes to you. And I've been doing this lately. I got some signs for you people. I can see Aries, Leo, and that's that. There's something about fire signs lately. I want one more. But if I remember in like one of my readings, you know, it's literally like this karmic, have faith in your dreams. Yeah, his dreams to get you back one day. And when I see that, you know, it's like a little bit like have faith in your visions, you know. To me, as I was trying to say that to you, I felt for a long time like, you know, our DM were, I mean, of fire sign, were under like, you know, karmic like spells and things like that, like magic around them. If that's the case, they've freed themselves, people, from that type of magic. Like the karmic doesn't have that hold on them anymore. And I'll tell you why. These kind of karmics here, they're great manifestors. So they can keep him if they wanted him. But the question or the game changes when she's like, you know what, I can get all the things that I want myself. I don't have to stick around with him. Like this is exactly what's happening. It's not like you or he broke the spell. Is like she annulled the spell, or the, you know, like this magician energy of hers. It's like it's done because she doesn't want him anymore. So her magic, she will carry on somewhere else, you know, if it makes sense to you. This reading here, because she's speaking to me, she's not like trying to trick me or anything, you know. No, girl, I know what I'm saying. Excuse me. This patience, you know. Yeah, I'll tell you something, people. It's literally like you're going to make a believer out of this karmic too. She's not lying to me. I know it, you know, is something else, you know. It's like, you know, like this here to me is like a spell, people. But I'll channel this, please just bear with me. This here is like a spell that she had on your person. I can tell you this, I can see it here. But I can tell you she's not interested in the spell anymore. And this spell here, please check your DMs, you know, situation as to what he would want. I can tell you money was involved in that. It's literally like this girl can do like some kind of money rituals, and that's like for some karmics that I'm channeling here, and it may very well be mine, you know, because this here, she's like an advanced type of karmic, you know. And I can tell you something, she figured out the lies, you know, which is why I'm telling you she decided to free herself from this thing here, and like a little bit like give me my money back and see you when I see you, you know, a little bit like that. I can tell you something, you see this deceit and this community as like the third parties and stuff. She discovered the truth, you know. And it's like, you know, I really cared for this man, or I really loved him, but at the end of it all, the appreciation was never there on his behalf, otherwise these women wouldn't be there. You should feel like your karmic does, you know. And this here, I barely read this like deck in reversed, you know, but I'll take it as she has no more patience, just like this deceit card came in reversed, and this one as well. This girl's freeing herself. Excuse me. There's no more like lies in her life. She's done with this guy here. He did not appreciate her. At the end of it, she could make like what she wanted of this guy, but you know, in the end, she wants what's hers, you know. Like, you know, I told you about this magician energy that she has. She could have tied him up literally forever, but now she's freeing herself, you know. She doesn't want this guy anymore. She wants something for herself, you know, like her own happiness. And I can tell you something, only advanced DFs would understand. If this girl here played her divine role to heal you, to, you know, heal your DM in some way, I can tell you she'll get a reward for that too. I don't know what kind of karmic you have, you know, but she may be something angelic too. And if she played her part, I can see it here with this dove, like, you know what, now she's free to go. I'm telling you, for those who know, this karmic here is no longer in your mix, you know. She's off like trying to find her own happiness, to start something new for her life. She could have had a hold for on your DM for much longer, but now she wants to have a hold on somebody else, you know. Strategy, yeah. This is not strategy, this is more like his tricks, you know. I can tell you this girl discovered your DM's tricks, you know, deceits when it comes, you know, to his sexuality yet again. and it's not anxiety, but you see this woman, she's cried over this sorry, like over and over. You know what she's trying to tell me is like, you know, I'm walking away from this thing. You're free to have, you know, your soulmate, because at the end of the day, even if she doesn't know about you, she's telling me in spirit, you know, you are his light. You're the one, you know, who like is with him, that he's worried about. You're the ones, you know, who are like going to rebuild this thing. But at the end of it all, I'll free myself from this thing too, because don't think for a second like me being my karmic, I didn't hurt over this too. Like here, and it's funny, he broke my heart too. You know some stuff about his intimacy. You thought you knew better than me. Well, DF, you're blessing to me by just like staying away from this relationship that I have with your DM, is the fact that I have seen the truth, you know, when it comes to this guy, and I'm walking away from him. It was only like he was too not strategic, there's another word in English, but you know, too planning and conniving when it came to his sexuality. So I'm walking away. It's literally like she's speaking to me. I hope you're happy, you know, DF. You can have him now, but don't think for a second that, you know, I didn't hurt over this thing, is what she's telling me here, and I want to believe her. Yeah, people, you heard this thing for yourself. So I'll stop the reading here because it's quite long. I'll come back for a part 2. But the karmic and DM are done, and I can see it here, you know. She's no longer heartbroken, you know, but she once were. And now she's walking away from this thing, like starting something new for herself, you know. And your person's heartbroken over the decision that he's made, you know. And that's that. So that's, people. I hope that you enjoyed my reading. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I shall see you soon. And please excuse my voice today. Bye bye.